With diverse flora and fauna, magnificent natural landscapes, and an ecological biosphere that supports life, this wondrous planet is our earthly home. From our animal co-inhabitants to the lush rainforests and life-giving soil, we cherish all these as gifts from the Creator. It is a common theme in the world's major faiths that during our temporary stay here, we should be good stewards of Mother Earth. Throughout the years, Supreme Master Ching Hai has shared the message of leading a balanced life while following a spiritual path. Not only must we nourish our spirits, but we share the responsibility to care for nature and our fellow beings. In light of recent scientific evidence stressing the grave state of our planet caused by climate change, Supreme Master Ching Hai affirms the important message she has noted for over the past 2 decades. We must be vegetarian, meaning an animal-free diet, and practice sustainable living. Today we present to you Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion on climate change titled, Humans are Inherently Compassionate and Loving, via video conference with our association members in Bangkok, Thailand, on July 24th, 2008.
Hello, Master. Okay, we, the disciples in Thailand, are very happy to see you today.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Good. Very good. And we are very happy to see you today. And we'd like to present these flowers to you as a sign of our appreciation.
ขอบคุณมากๆค่ะ Bless you, bless you. สบายดีหรือเปล่า
สบายดีค่ะ
สบายดีค่ะ
I love you ค่ะ
สวยมากๆค่ะ
รักอาจารย์มากๆค่ะ
Thank you for the flowers.
You're welcome.
You practice well.
Yes.
You meditate well.
Yes.
Dear Master, the Thai disciples have distributed flyers and DVDs on global warming to various organizations and to the general public.
Yes.
We also have put advertisements on the newspapers and distributed a vegetarian food sample for public to try on various occasions. Most people focus on other solutions such as reducing the energy consumption, etc., which are not the real key solution to solving the problem. There were some people interested in vegetarianism, but not that many. So the number of vegetarians may not grow fast enough in time to solve the climate problem. What would be your suggestion on how to make Thai people become vegetarian more and faster? Thank you, Master.
Wow, you have done a lot. You have done a lot. Yes, for that I thank you. Thank you for the noble effort that could save the planet and lives. The problem about people focus more on the reducing energy consumption and planting trees and etc. instead of being vegetarian, which is the most important key factor of saving the planet. That problem is everywhere, not just in Bangkok, not just in Thailand. So you have to continue doing the best you can and think positive. Think positively. Think that the world is going to be all vegan. Think that we're going to save the planet. Think that the world is going to be heaven on earth. Keep thinking like that and doing your best. You can also write to your government or talk to the government, write to the newspaper and talk to the newspaperman or whoever in charge of these newspapers. But at least they are doing something, maybe we could buy a little time. Better than nothing, every little thing helps. But I just hope it helps enough. We cannot force people to be vegetarian faster when the top root of the tradition doesn't inform them otherwise, because it has to come from religious leaders, government leaders, and the media. And that way it becomes more open, like a trend, more like fashion, more like a matter of fact, more like it's a natural way of life. For these, it takes time. Meanwhile, do your best, okay? Thank you anyway.
Thank you, Master.
คนไทยส่วนใหญ่นับถือพุทธนิกายหินยานมีความเชื่อของชาวพุทธที่เป็นอุปสรรคไม่ให้ผู้คนเปลี่ยนไปเป็นมังสวิรัติเช่นพระหินยานเชื่อว่าการทานเนื้อสัตว์ไม่ใช่ข้อห้ามเว้นแต่เนื้อสัตว์10 ชนิดนอกจากนี้ชาวพุทธบางคนเชื่อว่าการฆ่าสัตว์ทางอ้อมไม่เป็นบาปหรือพระไม่สามารถเลือกฉันอาหารที่ได้รับถวายมาได้ดังนั้นคนมากมายดูเหมือนจะยึดติดอยู่สิ่งที่พวกเขาคิดว่าเป็นคำสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าและทานเนื้อสัตว์ต่อไปท่านอาจารย์จะให้กำลังใจกับคนเหล่านี้อย่างไรให้เขาเปิดใจและเปลี่ยนไปทานมังสวิรัติ
I have told the Supreme Master television staff to collect all the sayings of the Buddha concerning the vegetarian diet. He always say that we should not eat meat. Whoever eat meat are not my disciple. Yeah. In the beginning, when they came to the Buddha, he allowed them to slowly change into vegetarian diet. Just like now, I allow convenient method that people have to be at least 10 days vegetarian in order to slowly change into vegetarian diet. And we teach them a little bit of convenient method so that they slowly get experience and then get acquainted with vegetarian diet if they cannot be vegetarian immediately. Similar, the Buddha does allow in the beginning perhaps, but he told again and again in many sutras that you should not eat meat. Whoever eat meat destroy all the good merit and all the Dharma God, even stay away from them, and they will destroy this root of compassion and etc. One of the monks asked if we go out begging for alms and if people give us some meat together with the vegetable and rice, what would we do? The Buddha say, wash away the meat part and then you eat the rest. Even you have to wash it away. So there's no way that the Buddha asked people to eat meat or to kill animals to eat. He was even one time carrying a little lamb because the lamb was too weak to walk. And he doesn't want the herder to keep beating the lamb or force him to walk when he is wounded or was weak. So the Buddha offered to carry the lamb onto the hill for the herder. Buddha has never advocated meat eating. So you can collect all of these. We have it on website. You print them in the leaflet and give it to monks and the people, hoping that they will understand. And if they don't understand, they can always refer to those sutras where the Buddha have said it, because we also state where did the Buddha say this, in what sutra, and what paragraph, in what chapter.
Yes.
Now you collect all of them from our website, from Supreme Master Television, from all the word of wisdom. Sometimes we have all kind of saying about Buddha and in different religions even. You print them all out. If it's too long, you print only Buddhist. And if you meet a Muslim, you print the Muslim one. Or you print them all together, different religion, and give it to the monks and the people, or send it to the government officials or the newspapers, or send it wherever you can. Nowadays we have email, we send them all. Thank you. It's very easy. Not that difficult. Easy. Try.
Vegetarianism in religion.
The Baha'i Faith,
Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that, in the beginning of creation, God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings of some aspects of health and healing.
Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives. Lankavatara Sutra. Also, after the birth of the baby, care must be exercised not to kill any animal in order to feed the mother with meaty delicacies, and not to assemble many relatives to drink liquor or to eat meat, because at the difficult time of birth, there are innumerable evil demons, monsters, and goblins who want to consume the smelly blood. By ignorantly and adversely resorting to the killing of animals for consumption, they bring down curses upon themselves, which are detrimental to both the mother and the baby. Ksiti Sutra. Be careful during the days immediately after someone's death, not killing or destroying, or creating evil karma by worshipping or offering sacrifice to demons and deities, because such killing and slaughtering committed, or such worship performed, or such sacrifice offered, would not have even an iota of force to benefit the dead, but would entwine even more sinful karma into previous karma, making it even deeper and more serious. Thus, delay his rebirth to a good state. Karma means retribution. Ksiti Sutra.
Gaudai. The most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes.
I am come to end the sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism. Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore, you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adalila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been specially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutrakatanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh, and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts, and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field. Tract of the Quiet Way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure, the supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great, compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
I think one reason that some people don't want to become vegetarian is that they don't yet see the connection between the killing and the karma resulted from it. For most people, the world seems okay as it is, despite several warning signs, such as many disasters or sickness that befall upon them. Dear Master, how can we make them see the connection between the killing, whether direct or indirect, and the resulting karma? How can we make them believe in karma before it's too late?
There's no need to make them believe in karma. It takes too long. Either you give them the Buddhist scriptures about what the Buddha is saying that I have just mentioned, or you just print out all the scientific evidence between the meat eating and the global warming. Yes? It means if they continue to eat meat, they're going to die, to destroy the planet. There's no need karma involved even. It depends on who they ask. If they're Buddhists and believe in karma, okay, you give them the Buddha saying. If not, you give them scientific evidence about the harm of all the meat eating, yeah, even to their health. We have it all on the Supreme Master television. Please ask somebody good English to translate it all in Thai, print it out, even very small, so you don't have to print many papers. You print small, just the headline very big, and they get curious, they will read it. If they cannot read, they ask somebody to read. Even if it's small, they will read. You just say something very eye-catching, like, to eat meat is to kill yourself. Do you want to die young? Something like that. Do you want to live long? And then underneath, you list all the harm of meat eating and all the benefit of vegetarian diet. Make some eye-catching headline and then print all the facts out. Even karma or not karma or scientific evidence and karma all together.
Thank you.
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption and or production: Q fever, norovirus, swine flu, Ebola reston virus. Cured meats and fish increase leukemia risk in children. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus. Blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella. Bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk. Pig's disease or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock. Some of the costs of meat eating. Infertility. Eating just one serving of meat per day increases the risk of women's infertility by 32%, with additional meat consumption increasing the risk. Heart disease. Over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year. Cancer. Colon rectal cancer. Over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year. More than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes. 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment in just the United States. Obesity. Worldwide, 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental. Uses up to 70% of clean water. Pollutes most of the water bodies. Deforests the lungs of the earth. Uses up to 43% of the world's cereal. Uses up to 85% of the world's soy. Causes world hunger and wars. 80% cause of global warming. Plus more.
Some of the costs of milk consumption: cowpox from milking cows, bacterial microbes, pesticides and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. breast, prostate, and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk, hysteria and Crohn's disease. Hormones and saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis, classified as a major allergen, lactose intolerance, plus more.
For more urgent information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/killers.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
Thank you for love and blessing to us. I have two questions. มีบทความในหนังสือพิมพ์ฉบับหนึ่งกล่าวว่าบริษัทน้ำอัดลมแห่งหนึ่งผลิตขวดน้ำอัดลมจำนวน 1,500 ล้านขวดต่อวันเพื่อออกจำหน่ายทั่วโลกในปี 2006 แต่เพียงบริษัทนี้บริษัทเดียวใช้น้ำในการผลิตทั้งสิ้น290 พันล้านลิตรซึ่งคิดเป็น1 ใน 5ของปริมาณน้ำใช้ของสหรัฐอเมริกาทั้งประเทศด้วยการใช้น้ำในปริมาณมากเช่นนี้อาจจะทำให้เกิดปัญหาการขาดแคลนน้ำได้ในอนาคตนี่ยังไม่รวมถึงปัญหาขยะพลาสติกและการปล่อยของเสียที่เป็นพิษสู่สิ่งแวดล้อมซึ่งได้เคยเกิดขึ้นแล้วที่ประเทศอินเดียในปี 2003 ข้าพเจ้าเชื่อว่าด้วยการให้ข้อมูลกับลูกค้าโดยเฉพาะวัยรุ่นและนักเรียนให้ทราบถึงปัญหานี้เราจะสามารถลดการบริโภคน้ำอัดลมซึ่งจะเป็นวิธีหนึ่งในการช่วยลดปัญหาภาวะโลกร้อนได้ขอความกรุณาท่านอาจารย์ให้ความคิดเห็นเรื่องนี้ค่ะ Thank you.
Of course, you can inform, the more the better. I heard that soda consumption is not very good for your health anyway. But you can't just tell them to quit everything. It's difficult to tell them to put down a piece of meat already. So the thing is, meat consumption has terrible karma for yourself and for the world. Or soda maybe is still not so bad. So concentrate on the vegetarian diet first. And even then we will have enough water for making soda or anything or take 10 baths a day. Meat eating consumption uses up more water than anything else. So even if you and I try not to bath for a year or something, it's still nothing compared to what they use to produce the meat. So you can inform the soda company, you can inform the younger people or your children not to drink it. But it's not like the number one priority. Everything helps, of course. You can give them all the facts. If you can find them on the internet about this soda producing problem. Otherwise, just concentrate on telling them to eat vegetarian. Because when they turn to vegetarian to save the planet, then their consciousness will change to more compassionate, more loving. And then the karma will change. And maybe the soda will eliminate itself. Once you'll be vegetarian, you're more clear, and then you will choose a better, healthier drink even.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Scientists have calculated that we would actually save more water by foregoing 1 pound of beef or 4 hamburgers than by not showering for at least 6 months.
It's very clear that when you grow grain and then feed it to animals and then eat the animals, you lose 90% of the energy from the original grain. So not only can you feed fewer people on the agriculture that you have, but as they discovered, it also requires a lot more fossil fuel energy to make that happen.
to choose a vegetarian diet. No more animals breeding. Choose organic farming, helping each other, sharing the food that we have, because if we are vegetarian, all of us, we will have so much food to share with everybody. No one will ever go to sleep hungry at night anymore. And then we will have save a lot of time, energy, money to help them also combat disease and rebuild their lives. Everything possible, because there will be no more war, even with animals. Peace begin at home.
Be veg. Go green. Save the planet. For more urgent details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com.
การลดทานเนื้อสัตว์เพื่อลดภาวะโลกร้อนมีความเป็นไปได้ในกลุ่มนักเรียนเนื่องจากโรงเรียนต่างๆเกือบทุกแห่งต้องมีโรงอาหารพื้นฐานไว้บริการอาหารกลางวันให้กับนักเรียนแต่ไม่ปรากฏว่ามีการขายอาหารมังสวิรัติมีบ้างตามโรงอาหารของมหาวิทยาลัยซึ่งมีส่วนน้อยหากมีการเผยแพร่อาหารมังสวิรัติที่อร่อยและมีคุณภาพทางโภชนาการตามโรงเรียนต่างๆและถ่ายทอดหรือแนะนำการทำอาหารมังสวิรัติให้กับโรงอาหารของทางโรงเรียนพร้อมทั้งมีการให้ความรู้นักเรียนเรื่องผลกระทบของอาหารประเภทเนื้อสัตว์ที่มีต่อภาวะโลกร้อนและพิษร้ายของอาหารประเภทนี้เชื่อว่านักเรียนคงไม่ปฏิเสธที่จะเลือกทานบ้างในบางมื้อเพื่อสุขภาพและเพื่อตระหนักถึงการมีส่วนร่วมในการช่วยรักษาโรคท่านอาจารย์มีความเห็นเรื่องนี้อย่างไรกรุณาให้คำแนะนำค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะ
Yes, it's very good idea. Many of your brothers and sisters are doing that. For example, they go to university or school, kindergarten or primary school to demonstrate vegetarian diet and give the students sample. And the professors, the teachers, and the students have pledged to become vegetarian. Many children know the cruel treatment of animals. They will stop eating meat. And also they know the benefit of vegetarian diet, and they will continue. But it's still not fast enough, you know. I think we need more cooperation from many angles, like the government, the press, and the people at large. Try your best anyway. Go to school. Go back to school.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
In some countries, there are a huge amount of vegetarian people, like Taiwan or India. Is it because of the spiritual level of the country? For Thailand, is it possible to be like Taiwan or India? Thank you, Master.
It's possible if all the monks and nuns there turn into vegetarian diet. Because in India, all the monks, they eat vegetarian. They don't kill, they don't take meat. Even if they go out begging, the people knows they don't give meat to them. This is a tradition since a long time. And in Taiwan, all the Buddhist monks are vegetarian, absolutely. Therefore, the people emulate their examples. So you try to give all the information to the monks first to see if it works. Good luck. Good luck to your country.
Thank you, Master.
Welcome.
Next question is, could you please advise us how to build a successful vegetarian restaurant in Thailand? Thank you, Master.
You learn it from the existing vegetarian restaurants, yeah? And you learn it from different brothers and sisters around the world. Right now, they're open livelihood restaurants in many countries now, and a lot in Taiwan too. So if you want to learn experience from them, it's better to ask them. Yeah, I have outlined like framework, okay, what to do and how and where. And I had to taste all the delicious food that they forced upon me many days, many weeks, many months before we have chosen some of the delectable dishes to introduce to the public. So I have done all that preliminary work for you guys. Now you ask them, okay? I cannot just go to every restaurant and show you because I have shown already the framework to the first one, the headquarters from Mel Lee, and then they teach everyone else already. So you get the info from them, all right?
Okay, thank you, Master.
But also bear in mind that in Thai is a little different taste also, so you have to include some of the Thai food.
Yes, thank you, Master.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We have been seeing dolphins and whales stranded themselves in many places throughout the world, more often in the past few years. Are these events related to the global warming, and are these animals trying to tell humans something?
Yes, they have been telling humans long time ago. They've been telling us long time already, but very few listen. The human cannot listen to the animal, most of the human. And some human can listen, and nobody else will listen to that person anyway. Poor souls. What suffering they must have endured due to our carelessness and unkind habits. Let's hope the human will develop more spiritually and understand the needs of the animals and give them love and respect as they deserve. I hope the human wake up soon. For their own sake even, and the animals' sake.
ช่วงเวลาของการเปลี่ยนแปลงของดาวเคราะห์โลกใบนี้มันจะให้ดาวเคราะห์ใบนี้ถูกทำให้มีอารยธรรมสูงขึ้นใช่หรือไม่และหลังจากการเปลี่ยนแปลงแล้วจะเป็นอย่างไรการเปลี่ยนแปลงครั้งสำคัญนี้จะทำให้สิ่งมีชีวิตทุกสิ่งบนโลกนี้รวมเป็นหนึ่งเดียวใช่ไหมครับ
The cleansing effect is very unpleasant to bear. But if people realize this is just a warning and change to a better, nobler lifestyle in love and peace, then all living on earth will be in unity. And let's pray that this happen very soon. We need it. We need a change in humans' consciousness. We need peace and love on this planet for a change. We've been living long enough in the shadow of wars, cruelty, troubles, famine, and suppression of all kinds due to the killing karma. We really need a breath of fresh air. We need peace, comfort, safety, happiness, and love among all beings on the planet.
Dear Master, previous attempts to promote and encourage people to change to vegetarian have not been very successful. We would like your suggestion on how we could effectively promote vegetarianism so that it becomes a new trend in Thailand, can help solve global warming. Thank you, Master.
I have been telling you already, like everywhere else, it has to start from the government and the media because they are the most powerful tools to spread information to the people at large. So the same in Thailand, I think you should write or talk to the government and the media and those in power, apart from what we are doing right now, like distributing flyers, teaching vegetarian diet, and opening vegetarian restaurants, and going to school demonstrating vegetarian diet, etc., etc. It's not that what you have attempted failed. It's just not as successful as you want it to be. It's not as fast as we want it to be. But it had good effect in some way, and it will bear fruit. I don't like the word fail. Think positive and try again. Okay? Go extra mile. Think of what else to do.
Thank you, Master.
Welcome.
Planet is in trouble.
We are so close to the red line that perhaps we may wake up tomorrow and find that there's nothing to save after all.
The issue of livestock and meat is not only a diet issue, it is an environmental issue.
The destruction of the environment by using large areas of land to feed cattle or pigs is actually taking up an awful lot of land that could be used to produce far more protein if it was vegetable protein. Making animal protein is wasteful.
It is creating a lot of greenhouse gas emissions.
50% of our national greenhouse gas emissions come from the agricultural sector, primarily in the form of methane.
The United Nations in particular, but also other organizations, have encouraged people to give up meat.
Unless we change our food choices, nothing else matters, because it is meat that is destroying most of our forests. It's meat that pollutes the waters. It is meat that is creating disease, which leads to all our money being diverted to hospitals. So it's the first choice for anybody who wants to save the earth.
It will of course mean new kinds of consumer behaviour and lifestyles. And all of us, government, business, civil society, individuals, all of us have a major part to play. I have no doubt that this is a challenge to which we can all rise.
The earth we leave for our children must be safeguarded. Let us choose hope, founded on humanitarian values. Let us be determined to place mankind at the heart of our priorities.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
สวัสดีค่ะท่านอาจารย์ในเรื่องการลดการปล่อยก๊าซท่านพอจะบอกพวกเราได้หรือไม่ว่าต้องลดก๊าซในปริมาณเท่าไหร่จึงจะหยุดภาวะโลกร้อนนี้ได้ขอบคุณค่ะ
We have to reduce 80% of the pollution from the gas and everything else, okay? And stop eating the animals. That is the only way to stop immediately the 80% gas pollution. The rest, 20% more or less, nature can absorb and take care of it. And the earth can repair herself. You see, the earth has a mechanism to repair herself. It's just that we overload the planet. We pollute too much, and we create too much of murderous karma. Therefore, the earth is not even allowed to repair herself because of the bad karma of the inhabitants. As soon as we erase this bad retribution from the killing effect, then the earth will turn around, will be allowed to repair, reproduce, and sustain life again. It's all come around about the karma. Yes, we overload her capacity, the earth. So we have to reverse our actions. That's all there is to it. Meat eating produced 80% of global warming from pollution. So if we just stop meat eating, stop killing animals for food, then that 80% gas pollution will disappear. And we will live in peace, health, happiness, and long life again.
สวัสดีค่ะท่านอาจารย์ขอเรียนถามท่านอาจารย์ว่าถ้าคนไทยมุ่งที่จะใช้พลังงานให้น้อยลงและปลูกต้นไม้เพิ่มมากขึ้นแต่ยังทานเนื้อสัตว์ต่อไปเราจะหยุดภาวะโลกร้อนได้หรือไม่คะ
No, very little effect. Because meat producing causes 80% of global warming. I have told you already. because of related pollution from various angles. Transportation, water, trees felling, deforestation, refrigeration, medical care for animals and humans, and etc. All kind of pollution coming from meat production. You see, it's not just the land that they use. It's not just the methane gas and nitrous oxide that they produce. It is all its byproducts. There's no end to the list, okay? So you can check again on suprememastertv.com for some of the facts and the information that we have gathered from the scientific point of view up to date. And then add them together, then you can see the picture, okay? Elsewhere, I have also mentioned a lot of it already. We cannot rely on green technology alone to save the planet. Completely, no. Because the worst cause of it is from meat industry. Everybody knows it. All the scientists already reported to us.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
I'm from Australia. I'm very lucky to be here today to participate in this conference with you. My question is that I have experienced a spiritual being came and lie down and slept behind me when I was sleeping on my right side on 2 or 3 occasions. It puts its arms around me and cuddle me. The latest occasion is only a few days ago. I am not afraid but annoyed of its disturbance. I thought we were protected, especially when I have just finished meditating at night before I went to sleep. Please advise, Master.
This is not quite a spiritual being. It is you being on a still a lower level. And this person was your former lover, and you are in his level right now, and so he just come visit you, okay? That was also due to the lingering attachment in your heart. But as soon as you go up on a higher level, he will disappear. You will leave him behind, and you will help him later on.
Thank you,
when
Master.
you go higher, he will be helped also, and then you won't see him anymore. Meditate more, okay? And do not be attached to any of the former relationship, be it in this life or last life. Whatever relationship you have now, take care of it, nourish it. That's it. Good luck.
Thank you. My second question is, when I was meditating, every time when I concentrate, after a short while, I can feel a certain tightness on a certain part of my head, and when I hold on, it just bursts, and I feel that this process is helping me to clear all the impression and first promote a clearer mental focus. I understand that I am experiencing this because I practiced a different kind of meditation before. Master, I hope I'm right. I do feel more confident, have a better concentration, and a much happy person. I doubt because the beings still come to invade into my privacy. And also, Master, I would like to thank you, Master, for all your love, grace, and loving kindness, without which I know I will never be what I am. And I love you very much, and I'm very grateful to you for what you are doing for all of us and the world. Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You see, sometimes that's correct if we practice some other method before, and there is still some lingering energy in the body. So it takes some time to clear it off. But you're already much better. As you can see it yourself, that you feel more confident, happier person, then just continue your meditation in all your devotion and love, and then things will improve. You'll be clear of it in no time. You'll be clear of everything that is bothering you in no time. And that person will not come to bother you anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
อาจารย์คะถ้าเรายังมีหนี้สินที่ยังใช้ไม่หมดนะอาจารย์จะพาเราไปไหมคะขอบพระคุณค่ะอาจารย์
Oh, sure. you'll pay it somehow. If you don't pay it here, you pay it a little bit higher up. Because the karmic natural law will deduct it from you, whether you want to pay or not. Don't worry that you cannot pay. Yeah? The karma king will take it from you. Yeah? Either from your spiritual account or from your physical suffering. So make sure you don't make any more karmic debt, okay? Keep the 5 precepts. Keep a strict vegan diet and live a virtuous life, and you will be with me. Don't worry. I will come to take you. Whatever. It's just that if you don't adhere to the karmic law, the cost and retribution law, you will suffer in this lifetime, or you will delay your spiritual ascending, or you will be in a lower level of consciousness. Instead of, for example, you're supposed to go to the 5th level, but because you don't adhere to the moral standard of a human being, yeah, and you deliberately commit new karmic debt, then maybe you cannot go to the 5th. Maybe you go only to the 3rd or the 4th. It depends. It's a pity. Okay? But I'll come get you anyway. It's just that you will suffer in this lifetime or the next. Bodily or spiritually or emotionally, it depends. So make sure you live a virtuous life. You see, a guideline is 5 precepts. A strict vegan diet. Do good. Okay? That's all you need to do. And you'll be safe with me. Okay? I will never leave you. It's just you will suffer if you don't follow the universal law. It's not like I'm forsaking you or angry with you or I'll do anything to you. It's not that. It's just the karmic law is very, very exact. Okay? And I cannot infringe with it. Once I have told you already what to do, you should do it. All right? Thank you.
สวัสดีค่ะท่านอาจารย์คนไทยรักและศรัทธาในหลวงมากเราคิดว่าถ้าท่านเห็นด้วยกับข้อมูลของเราจะมีผลต่อคนไทยอย่างมากอยากขอคำแนะนำและความเห็นท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ Thank you Master love you so much
Thank you I love you too Oh yes of course the King of Thailand is a symbol of unity and greatness for the Thai people. And so whatever the king does affect the whole country and maybe even the world. Because Thai people, they also live everywhere on the planet, in different countries as well. And when they live in their country, they also influence the citizen of that country that they live in. So one person make a big difference. Of course, the king will have a great influence on Thai people and the world also somehow. So I agree with you. So if the king agree with the information about vegetarian diet to save the planet, maybe he's not very well informed because His Majesty is very busy. And sometimes this kind of information doesn't screen to him, as he only take what the advisor gives to him on his desk. And sometimes the advisor do not think that the vegetarian information is important to the king, so maybe they do not even give it. So you just write to His Majesty or talk to His Majesty if you can have a fortune to have his audience, if any possibility at all. Same, you can write to other royal households, government officials, etc., and write to the press. Write to anyone you can. You have to enclose all the scientific and religious facts about why we have to be vegetarian and why vegetarian is the only and the best, the most effective, the fastest way to save lives on this planet and the planet herself, of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
Master, I have one more question.
Sure.
It's regarding eating meat. If we have a celebration and we have guests who request to eat meat instead of vegetarian, is it okay to offer them meat? My son is going to get married very soon, and my in-laws are meat eater. I understand from my future daughter-in-law that the parents would prefer that their guests, their relatives, to be served meat. For my guests, I will offer only vegetarian. But
Yes,
I don't like
you
to
offer
offend them.
vegetarian, and the other, if they want meat, they offer the meat themselves.
Okay. Thank you, Master.
You stay away from the blood. Keep your hands free of blood.
Okay, so all my guests I'll offer only vegetarian.
You offer vegetarian, and if anybody wants to eat meat, tell them they can bring their own meat.
Thank you, Master.
The vegetarian diet is so delicious. There are ham, chicken, everything. People just would love to eat it. They don't even know that this is a vegetarian. Remember the story about when I was a householder and married? I offer my neighbors always vegetarian food when they come to my house every weekend. And one time my husband think poor people eat vegetarian all the time. They should eat meat or else they die or something. And then he bought some fish and meat and nobody want to eat it. Because they wanted vegetarian because they loved it more. They say they like a change. So now you can also suggest the same. You say, okay, we eat meat every day already. I'm going to deliver something more exciting, new way of life, new menu and exciting and very colorful, tasty. And you try all together one day and then see if you like it or not. And if you don't like it, well, the meat is waiting for you in your fridge when you go home anyway. And after all that, if they still don't want it, they can bring their own meat. Okay?
Okay.
Marriage is very important. It's a once in a lifetime of a person. In the Buddhist Sutra, in the Sutra of the Earth Store Bodhisattva, the Earth Store Bodhisattva say that when the mother delivers babies, and when you're married or anything like that, people always killing animals to celebrate. That harm the couples a great deal, and that's harm a mother to be a great deal, as well as a newborn child. It is better always vegetarian. It doesn't incur bad retribution. How can you be so happy day in a marriage day? It's the most joyful day of your life, and you go and murder some other being? You should have let him live. He also wants to be happy. He should be rejoiced in your marriage and congratulate you in his heart. Why you cut his throat and eat it? It's a joy to be married. It's a joyful day. Everyone should enjoy and be joyful. It's not logical to kill somebody, make a misery when you are in the most happy day of your life.
Okay.
And suppose they can bring their own meat. You wash your hand clean of the blood. You have to influence people, not let people influence you. From now, I want all of you to be more strong in your opinion, stronger in your standpoint in life. You do not do what is not good. And killing is not good. You stop it. Stop where you are. Stop on your table. Stop from your house. Do not condone any more murdering. Do not condone any more cruelty. Do not encourage any more suffering to anybody, whether directly or indirectly. Let peace begin with us. All right?
Yes. Thank you, Master.
It's enough now that we follow all the trend in the society just to look social and look like them. No, we don't want to look like them anymore. We want them to look like us. Because our way is nobler. It's correct, it's compassionate, it's loving, and it's saving lives, and it will save the planet.
Yes, Master.
Do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
For your question and your support and your walk in the way of love. You have to be strong now because the planet depends on us. The planet depends on you. Our lives on the planet depends on you. Okay?
Okay.
ฉันเค ยดู VCD ของอาจารย์ปริญญาตันสกุลค่ะออกมาบอกว่าแต่ละจุดในประเทศไทยเนี่ยจะเกิดภัยพิบัติอะไรบ้างไม่ทราบว่ามันจะเกิดเช่นนั้นจริงหรือไม่คะ
Well, if your Thai people are doing good deeds and minimize the effect of killing, then you can avoid it. If not, I don't know. Right now, there are many disasters happening around the world and more frequently than ever before and even more deadly. It is because the force of the negative retribution of the killing karmic consequences is more ripe than before. And so we are suffering a lot around the world. People suffer a lot, not just Thailand. That's why I'm working very hard and also asking you to join me in the effort of informing people that the cause of all our suffering is from killing, from eating meat. Because if we don't eat meat, nobody will kill for us, to offer us meat. So vegetarian diet will minimize all the disaster and even clear it all out. If people just turn their heart around, be compassionate, be loving like a real human being, because the humans are inherently very compassionate and loving. It's just they have been misled. They have not been informed since long time. And the bad habit, the negative information has already been ingrained into their way of life. So they have been misled very, very badly. So now we have to inform them again, remind them again that this is not the way we should live our life. The way we should live our life is with love, compassion, and peace with all beings, including animals. So we have to continue doing our job, informing people, tell them to be vegetarian, to minimize all this bad effect. Even if I sit here telling you, okay, the cyclone will come, or the cyclone will not come, what good do that do? If this cyclone won't come, another cyclone will come, or any other disaster will come. If we don't change the way we live our life, we don't change to live according to the harmonious system of the universe, then we are out of accord. And when we are out of this protective, harmonious cycle of the universe, we are out of protection. And that's why things happen. That's why bad things happen. If we are inside the universal, harmonious cycle, the natural law, then we are protected 100%. And don't be afraid. If you're virtuous, you are protected. I cannot protect everybody because they do not do what I tell them to do, what they should do. But you are doing what I have advised you to do, which is the protection for you. Then you will be all right. You know that up to now. You have survived many times. You will survive again.
A vegetarian diet sustains life, sustains the earth, sustains humans, sustains animals.
We are very concerned about the impact of livestock production on climate change. Very much our message is, and always has been, that we think people should be eating less meat. That's actually good for people's health to do that. But it is clear that we need to be eating less meat. And so I think the message is to go out there and discover some more vegetables and to really understand that we don't need to be eating meat 3 times a day. We really do not.
A vegetarian lifestyle is almost all that we need right now to stop the global warming, to balance the scale of the negative consequences. Even physically speaking, most of the pollution will be stopped by all the people on the planet being vegetarian. 80% of the pollution will be stopped. 80% of the global warming will be stopped if all people begin to be vegetarian. It will only do us good. It helps the world. It saves the planet. And it saves our children. If we really love our children, this is what we must do.
Be veg. Go green. Save the planet. For more urgent details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/SOS.
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol levels, reduces type 2 diabetes, prevents stroke conditions, reverses atherosclerosis, reduces heart disease risk 50%, reduces heart surgery risk 80%, prevents many forms of cancer, stronger immune system, increases life expectancy up to 15 years, higher IQ, saves 70% of the total cost of $40 trillion for reducing global warming, uses 4.5 times less land to grow food, conserves up to 70% clean water, saves 80% of the cleared Amazonian rainforest from animal grazing. A solution for world hunger. Free up 3.4 billion hectares of land, free up 760 million tons of grain every year, half the world's grain supply, consumes 1/3 fossil fuels of those used for meat production, reduces pollution from untreated animal waste, maintains cleaner air, saves 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year, stop 80% of global warming. Plus more. Save your life. Be veg. Go green.
Dear Master ในสถานการณ์ขณะนี้จะทำอย่างไรในแต่ละวันที่จะให้เรามีพลังทางบวกมากขึ้นเพื่อยกระดับตัวตนที่แท้จริงของเรา Thank you Master
It's the same, sweetheart. It's the same. Keep the 5 moral precepts. Continue strict vegan diet, doing good deeds to help your brothers and sisters everywhere you can, and meditate and pray, of course. Anyway, that's all you can do. Of course, you can minimize your food intake if you would like to. Like if you eat a lot, you eat a little bit less. During the time of initiation, I have told you to eat not too much, like 80%, yeah, full, and then 10% water, and leave another 10% at least for the light to enter your being. Because if we're too full, we cannot concentrate to meditate well.
ฮัลโหลสวัสดีท่านอาจารย์ค่ะสภาวะโลกร้อนเกิดจากพลังลบมากกว่าพลังบวกใช่หรือไม่คะ
Oh, no. Positive powers is always greater than negative power. It's just the people in the world are not using it. If they be veg and do good, then they are using the positive power. Then they can counter the negative power. But right now, they are not using the positive power. They are using mostly the negative power. That is why. What you are taking in is what you have. People are going mostly against the positive power. For example, if you are in Bangkok now, and if you want to go to Chiang Mai, where do you go? North or south? North, that's it. And if you go south, will you ever arrive in Chiang Mai? No. That's the thing. There are 2 powers in this world. One is positive, one is negative. If you are using the positive power, then you will have positive power. If you're using negative power, then you have negative power. If we want to use a positive power, we have to enter the positive cycle. By doing good, being vegetarian means the best of all of being good because you're saving lives. You're respecting lives. You're loving and kind. Then you enter the positive cycle. once you enter the positive cycle, you are empowered by positive power. And if all the people in this world are empowered by the positive power, then the negative power has nowhere to exercise.
Master, I was just wondering about the non-initiates. Will they be able to practice enlightenment after this life?
It depends, love. It depends if they are good enough to be worthwhile of another human body even. And then, even if they are better than that, they could find an enlightened master at all. It all depends on themselves. So you try to help them now to understand the priority in life, and then maybe they will be able to practice to meet an enlightened master and practice spiritual in the next life. Or maybe they will meet in this lifetime a master, or maybe they will be elevated.
So there will be other worlds for them to practice meditation and enlightenment?
No, I'm not sure if they can practice. There are always other worlds. But practice or not, it depends on if they're good enough or not. They might even go to hell. There's no practice there.
Thank you, Master.
Master สวัสดีค่ะท่านอาจารย์คำถามภาษาไทยนะคะจากที่ฟังอาจารย์พูดที่ซีแอตเทิลที่อาจารย์บอกว่าลูกศิษย์ทุกคนปลอดภัยอยากเรียนถามอาจารย์ว่าจิตวิญญาณของเราจะอยู่ระดับขั้นไหนพวกเราพยายามทำตามคำสอนของอาจารย์อย่างจริงใจเพื่อยกระดับตัวเองและโลกขอบคุณค่ะ
You follow my advice and you try to save the world and you are vegetarian and you meditate. That is great. And it depends on what level you are, of course. Everyone is different. But still, you will be safe if you follow my advice. Even if you are at the lower level still, but you try to follow my advice and you do not stray from the moral standard of a good human being, like you keep the 5 precepts, you eat vegetarian completely, you meditate, and you try to be a good human being, you do good, you help others, then even if you are still a lower level, the master power still protect you, and no matter what level, as long as you're good and adhere to the teaching, the protection will be there for you. I'm not still sitting there and pointing one, okay, you on this level, her on this level, she in his level, he in his level. No, don't do that. You know your level. Deep down in your heart, you know. We don't have time to sit here and count in levels. Just be a good human being. Try to help other people. And meditate.
Okay, thank you, Master. That's all our questions at the moment.
Good, wonderful. Okay, I wish you all the best. And Buddha bless you in your noble effort. And I wish the best for Thailand and the world, of course. I'll see you next time, perhaps. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Be good. Thank you very much. Bless you. I love you. I remember Thailand and good Thai people. I was very pleased when I was in Thailand because you are very kind, very humble, very, very courteous and very generous. Buddha bless you. Please help your people. Help your people to understand how to save the planet. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ciao.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You're welcome. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ